This is a good one. Kandi Burrus just bought a $100,000 Porsche for her daughter and failed to inform Todd of the purchase until after the fact. Although the money that she spent was hard-earned money from her wallet, because she's married, people are wondering, was she wrong for not discussing it with Todd? Now, I don't watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't really even follow their relationship like that. I do know that they have a son together. I'm not sure how old he is, or I know he's not a baby anymore, but he's still a young individual. But this type of purchasing and doing things without consulting is very standard with black couples nowadays that are inevitably not going to work. It would cause an issue in anybody's marriage if they spent $100,000 and didn't say shit. I'm sure there's probably been times where Todd may have wanted to splurge on their son. And Kandi probably said no, or it just simply didn't happen out of consideration, or at least he consulted her first. Unlike what Kandi did here, and simply just bought the damn Porsche. And I don't know what her daughter would need a $100,000 car for. I mean, I understand that it can be very rewarding for a mother to, who may have not came from the best places. But I mean, she's been famous for a while now, so it's not like she really had too many memorable broke days worth mentioning. And her daughter hasn't either at all. So, I mean, just giving her that car, for whatever congratulatory reason, may have been perceived as a slap in the face for Todd. I'm not even sure what kind of car his ass drive. So that may have really set him off. It would have set me off if I was him. I don't really think it was appropriate for her to not say anything. I'm married my damn self, and when it comes to like large purchases, it's nice to know that the certain money is going to be spent, especially if you may have already arranged something in your mind to plan or to save or to circulate the money a certain way, and now it's all gone. That can be very frustrating or simply misleading. So let's read the comments. So in my opinion, the I can do what I want mentality has never worked in any marriage. Rich, poor, black, or white, it defeats the purpose. This should have been discussed. I don't disagree. So most of the men are saying so far that she should have said something. The women, his net worth without Kandi was just a good $100,000 before recently he can see that type of comment from Jasmina. She's never going to really have a real relationship with anybody if she keeps having that kind of mentality. Money and net worth does play a role in relationships, but just to say that because they entered their relationship and he was making less than her at the time means that he's still making that same amount now, if not less, sir. She disrespectful. That's a bitch. Leave her alone. So that didn't stop her from marrying him and committing to decisions making together. If she wanted to set him out, she shouldn't have brought him to the table as her partner. Can't pick and choose when our mates are valuable to us just because we want to do something. Exactly. So now she's deflecting. We don't know the terms of their marriage, but just earlier, you knew his income. So that's her daughter, and she should have a trust just for Riley and for things like that. But we don't know if she does or doesn't. And normally niggas don't have that kind of shit, even when they're rich. Her mama used to have a bad habit of spending her money when she was in the little music group. And I wouldn't be surprised if that generational trait of just spending money ridiculously passed on to Kenny, because clearly it did. As the illegitimate daughter, he suddenly decided to take care of and bring into her home. So now she's taking a stand. She's trying to make it seem like it's a step parent thing, that they shouldn't really have a say in what their mothers or fathers do, whoever isn't the step parent. But honestly, it's really still a feminist perspective, and she's just using the step parent as a cover up. So a step parent telling a biological parent what they can or can't do for their child, that's unhealthy. It's not even from that stance. This is how you can tell she's never been in a real relationship before. Because I have stepkids from my marriage, and my husband buys hella shit for his sons. But he always makes sure to speak to me about the shit first, just in case I may have had plans with the money, or if we wanted to do something outside of spending on the kids. He speaks to me about it. It's just out of consideration. It's nothing more than that. So now the men are getting at her ass, like, so should the step parent then treat the child as not his own, since they don't need to be consulted on anything and it's not their child? See, there goes the women again. The real parent doesn't need the step parent to do anything. She can tell him what he's doing or ask his opinion, but permission, it's the same thing. A woman's role in a relationship, regardless if they're married or not, is not equal at all. You're supposed to submit to your man. Part of submission means permission. You're supposed to ask. Yeah, you have all this money or fame, popularity, but that does not mean that you're about to just dangle money in front of your husband and be like, I'm about to spend this on my daughter. Like, no. It doesn't work that way. So now they're trying to say, well, maybe the purchase just seemed big to him and not to her. No. Niggas know when they spend a lot of money and they do it on purpose. Spending this amount of money on cars for children has become a very typical thing to do amongst the higher class black wealth. So let's see. I said this one. So still, they're trying to defend Kandi's decision in not consulting her husband. And this kind of starts to stretch in different areas of relationships. I even saw in many different media outlets, when women cheat on their husbands, they'll say things like it wasn't their business. So when they spend a lot of money and they want to say it's their money, the excuse is always, it's none of their business. So developing this habit of secrets develops a habit of lying, deception, manipulation, bullshit. So yeah, another woman still defending Kandi. And this is also what I said. El Patron said that in no universe is $100,000 not a lot of money. And I don't disagree with that at all. I don't think that that's a low amount at all. I don't care how they want to break it down. I don't care how much you pay in monthly payments. It's a lot of fucking money. That could have went towards investing towards a business. Now you just wasted it on a car. See, now this girl, Zia Paul, or whatever you say her name, she's still trying to deflect on behalf of Kandi. Like, this is her secret assistant or something. So usually the major purchase refers to it being impressive in a way that affects their finances. This isn't the case. That's still not the point. I don't make a major purchase for any reason without talking it over with my lady, whether it be for kids, myself, or something else. It's not about permission in my eyes. It's all about giving her that respect. See, once again, when you're a millionaire, what's $100,000? That disrespect coming again. Like, you cannot still try to have a mentality of being an independent black woman, spending money on your kids, and not having to answer to anybody about the shit when you know you're co-parenting in a household. It fucks off the structure when you don't say things. Are you going to tell your spouse? Yeah, if you're excited. But other than that, because it's an insignificant purchase, Kennedy's worth is, she believes, of almost $40 million. $100,000 is like buying an album. And the girl's not getting it. He's trying to tell her it's not about how much she spent. It's about her not saying that she spent. The actual money is inconsequential to the discussion. But for argument's sake, what happens if somebody runs up on her for that Porsche? She killed herself instead purchase. She just wanted to see how fast it goes. That can happen regardless of the car she's in. This girl is like giving comparisons that are just ridiculous. See, now people are trying to dial it down. Like, what if it was a pet or something? You know, you're still supposed to say something and it impacts the household. Just because he doesn't pay for the car, who's paying for the insurance? Not Kandi. That bill is added onto the house. You damn right. The car will take up space at their residence. I don't care. There's plenty of room. It's still there. You got to pay for registration until she's able to do it on her own, which she probably never will. If her mama is buying her $100,000 Porsches, I'm sure she's buying her wardrobes of clothes, wardrobes of shoes, all types of dogs. I mean, it's just very clear that purchasing things is not an issue. So yeah, the car is going to still exist. And Kandi, again, does not have any kind of history of not doing these kind of things for her daughter. They, like I said, black people, when they have a certain income, they start to do things that are always over the top. They have over the top Halloween parties, over the top prom events, over the top just first day of school. You know, everything is dramatic. Then the white girl comes in here. If it was a rich man who did this without telling his wife with his own money, it wouldn't even be a discussion or question. Yeah, it was a little bit of mixed opinion right here. Again, a man and a woman's role is not the same, but people are still trying to equate it. But yeah, it's just going to be mixed opinion on this one. But like I said, black women, they're going to... Oh, at least one black female did not say that. She said when you're married, you can't just spend a type of money without discussing it with your spouse. Regardless if you're rich or not. It's a matter of respect, which she clearly doesn't have for him. And she's not going to develop so long as she hangs around the friends and people that she does. Even her mama is not going to encourage her to respect that man. She encouraged her to respect her money over respecting that man. But That's where I'm at. I don't want to spend too much time on this topic because it's very clear that this was just a disrespectful thing that she did. Regardless if it was a gift to her daughter, the point was she spent $100,000. Even if it was $50,000 on a car, I still would have been running my mouth if I was Todd. If it was $25,000, which is basically the price to purchase a regular brand new car, like a Honda Civic or something, that's a brand new car's price. There's some cars that are even newer than that cost less than that. It's just a matter of communicating. And if you can't communicate those kind of things and you know money is what makes the world go round, then it begins to open up the doors for opportunities to wonder, well, what else have you not been saying? What else have you been buying? Let's check these papers to see what's really going on here. See, another single black female. I want to read this one. I'm just going to leave it alone. Marriage doesn't mean anything when it comes to my child. And if I got it and they want it and deserve it, it's all my money that I work for. There's no need for conversation. I'll tell you about it and be that. I'm not dipping into your pockets, so you good, fall back. What a dumb bitch. I'm just going to leave it at that. You guys leave your opinion on this story in the comment section below. I've already shared my piece. Again, she was wrong for it, even disrespectful for doing it, and she may be fucking other people. That's just what it is. Thanks. Bye-bye.